the highest bonuses ever seen on some CIBC credit cards, more National Bank of Canada credit card limitations, and Air Canada set to add free in-flight Wi-Fi. All this and more on This Week in Rewards right here on Rewards Canada for the week of December 7th through to the 13th, 2024. If you're new to Rewards Canada and are looking to make the most of your loyalty programs and credit cards, you've come to the right place. This is your weekly dose of loyalty rewards, travel, and credit card happenings in Canada. So as always, we're going to kick things off with credit cards, and let's get right into those highest ever CIBC bonuses seen. So this is on their Aventura cards, on a couple of them, and also on their Dividend Cashback cards. So what these offers are, these actually came out during Black Friday. So CIBC came out with these promos in branch only. So that's the thing, you can't get these online. You have to go in branch, and you can apply for the CIBC Aventura Gold or Aventura Infinite, or the CIBC Dividend Platinum or the Dividend Infinite, and get elevated welcome bonuses on these cards using the promo codes that we'll provide to you here. So what these offers are, on the Aventura cards, you can get up to 60,000 bonus Aventura points. That's a bonus that's never been seen on the cards, at least to the best of my knowledge. I've never seen 60,000 on these cards. Usually we've seen about 40, 45,000, even with our special offers. So these ones, so you can go in branch and use the promo code Holiday Aventura, apply for the card in branch until January 6th, and you'll get the offer up to 60,000 points. So it's broken down as 15,000 points on your first purchase, 30,000 when you spend $3,000 on the card within the first 4 months, and then an additional 15,000 if you spend $5,000 overall in the first 4 months. So that's your 60,000 points, and the card is first year free, like pretty much all the other CIBC card offers. So that's a really great deal to get 60,000 points. But like I said, you have to go in branch, so chances are they're going to try and sell you on other things, try and get you open bank accounts. So go in with some confidence and say, I just want this welcome bonus of up to 60,000. Here's the code Holiday Aventura. And on the Dividend cards, this is on the Dividend Visa Infinite or the Dividend Platinum cards, you can get up to $350 cash back. So what it is, it's the same 10% bonus that you see on their general online offer, but this is on $3,500 of spending instead of $3,000 of spending. So you get an extra $50 with this offer. The promo code for this one is Holiday Cashback. And just like the Aventura card offers, this is a first year free offer as well. So some really good bonuses from CIBC if you go in branch. These are available until January 6th, 2025. So really cool to see this. Really interesting that they're doing it in branch. Usually it's the opposite. They do offers online. So if you've had your eye on any of these CIBC cards, whether it's the Dividend Infinite, which is pretty decent cashback card, we rank it in our top 5. The Aventura cards are pretty decent travel rewards cards. They may not rank as the best in Canada, but they're on the higher end of things for sure. So check out these offers if you've had your eye on any of these cards. Next up in credit cards is what I was saying in the intro, is some more limitations to National Bank of Canada MasterCard. So in this loyalty lesson that we put up on the website, it comes down to their insurance coverage again. So we were helping out a Rewards Canada reader who was looking at adding additional cards, or sometimes called supplementary cards or authorized users. They're looking for a card where they can do this and add their parents, their elderly retired parents, to the account so that they can use the kids, like themselves, their income, higher income to get better cards, and then have their parents as supplementary card holders so they can take advantage of the insurance and things like that. So automatically, because these parents are over 70 years old, I defaulted, and the reader even defaulted, to the National Bank of Canada World Elite MasterCard, because we've said and others have said it's one of the best for insurance coverage, pretty much for anybody, but also for those over the age of 65. But we found a little quirk, a little limitation in their terms and conditions of the policy, in that additional card holders will not receive the out-of-province emergency medical coverage unless they are a spouse. So it's very limiting compared to all the other cards in Canada, majority of other cards in Canada. As long as it's an additional card holder, authorized user, you get all the insurance coverage on the card. However, in the case of National Bank credit cards, so the World Elite, and I'm assuming there are other MasterCards, I didn't look at the policies, but usually the policy is the same across cards that offer the same coverage. The only people who get emergency medical coverage are the primary card holder and a spouse who's an authorized or additional supplementary card holder. So if you get your kids' cards, they're not going to have emergency medical coverage if they're traveling, on their own. Your parents, you name it, they don't get that coverage. So this is something to be aware of. And this isn't the only limitation in their insurance coverage. Both National Bank and Desjardins, on their emergency medical coverage, out-of-province coverage, If you travel longer than the stated period, so if you have something like the National Bank of Canada World Elite MasterCard and you travel over the stated amount of days for the emergency medical coverage, so like 60 days, if you travel 61 days, you get no coverage at all. You're not covered for the first 60 days and then 1 day no coverage like most other cards in Canada. And this is the same with Desjardins. And in the case of our reader, like for their parents, it's 15 days of coverage. So if those parents went for travel, if they were allowed to be covered, if they traveled for 16 days, or if they're traveling with the primary card holder and travel for 16, 17 days, they get no coverage at all. So this is another quirk to be aware of, So I mean, for most people, 60 days, if you're under the elderly ages where you get less coverage, where if you're covered for 60 days, for most people that's gonna be fine. But if you're taking an extended trip, you're gonna have to get yourself other coverage if you have the National Bank of Canada World Elite MasterCard. Desjardins at least allows you to top up. You have to let Desjardins know, and you have to do the top up coverage before you leave on your travels. Otherwise, you will not get covered if your trip length is longer than the coverage they provide. And both of those are limiting for the National Bank of Canada cards and the Desjardins card when it comes to the trip duration. But speaking of trip duration, that's the most mind-boggling one we've talked about before in the past. And that was our loyalty lesson of being aware of the quirk on Desjardins baggage insurance. This is honestly the most mind-boggling one in my near 24-year career of doing this. They put time limitations on baggage insurance based on your age. So basically, they're penalizing a person of age for having their baggage lost by an airline. So I mean, is it more likely that on day 16 of a trip, a 70-year-old's baggage is going to be lost by the airline, but a 30-year-old's is not going to be lost by them? Like, who came up with that? It's honestly a what the f moment. Like, I don't understand that, to be honest with you. But anyways, I'll leave it at that. So next up, in credit cards. This just came out this morning. I saw it the morning I'm recording this. So December 13th. More Rewards is getting back in the credit card game. They're going to be launching 2 new credit cards with RBC. So the More Rewards Visa and More Rewards Visa Infinite card should be coming out soon. Somebody posted this to Red Flag Deals and I did a little more research and there is definitely information out there. Not a lot. It looks interesting though because this may be the very first Visa Infinite card in Canada that has no annual fee. I mean, to the best of my knowledge, I'm trying to think if there was any other Visa Infinites that had no annual fees, but this one for sure is one of those. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below if there has been Visa Infinites with no annual fees. And I'm not talking about first year fee waivers, rebates, those type of things. It means like always no fee. But of course, with no annual fees, it won't offer as many benefits. I found the insurance certificate for the More Rewards Visa Infinite card, and it's strictly going to have purchase security, extended warranty, and mobile device insurance. So no travel coverage, which is odd considering More Rewards travel plays a big part in that program. But that's really all we know so far. No word yet about the earn rates or maybe additional benefits with the card. But some of you may remember that back, I think it was in the mid 2010s, that More Rewards did have a credit card with Scotiabank. And at the time, it was actually the best no annual fee travel rewards credit card in Canada. I think it had earn to burn ratios of over 2% for some of its accelerated earn rates. Like, it was an excellent card, but it was very short lived. So it's kind of exciting to see More Rewards get back into the credit card game. Given that this card is launching with RBC, I have my reservations about it being a super points earning card like the old version of More Rewards, but let's just wait and see. As soon as we get more details, we'll be sure to pass them along to you. Before we continue to loyalty rewards and travel news, if you like today's content, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel if you don't do so yet, hit that notification bell so you're notified when we put up new videos, share the videos with friends, family, coworkers, you name it, and leave us a comment below if you have any questions about today's content or anything else to do with loyalty and credit cards in Canada or around the world. All right, let's get into the loyalty rewards and travel news. We're going to kick it off with some travel news. So Air Canada has announced that they will also now offer free in-flight Wi-Fi starting in May of 2025. That's right. Air Canada is following in the footsteps of Porter and WestJet, and they're going to begin to introduce complimentary in-flight Wi-Fi as of May 2025 on their flights within North America and to sun destinations. And this will be further expanded to long-haul international routes in 2026. Air Canada may actually leapfrog their rivals like WestJet because they're stating that When they launch on day one in May, over 85% of their fleet is going to have this free in-flight Wi-Fi. So this is great news for everybody who's been paying for Wi-Fi. You'll no longer have to do so. Now you do have to be an Aeroplan member, so if you're not a member yet, you can join at any time. This will be like those stories you hear about like Delta SkyMiles members joining right at the gate, because when the announcements come on saying there's free in-flight Wi-Fi, but you have to be a SkyMiles member, people join right at the gate. So that's going to be happening with Aeroplan as well. Next up, we're going to go back to something we've covered before, and that's our Flight Hero campaign with Give a Mile, where we're looking now to raise 100,000 points for Flights of Compassion. I won't go into huge detail here since we've had our video podcast with Kevin from Give a Mile talking about this. I'll put the link to the video here, you can see that. But right now, the reason why I'm talking about it again is that it's points matching week from Aeroplan. So until December 15th, any donations made to Give a Mile will be matched by Aeroplan up to 500,000 points in total. So if you have not donated to our campaign yet, you can do so till December 15th. You can actually do so beyond that, but if you do so by December 15th, Aeroplan will match that. So Give a Mile will get even more miles. Now, we're trying to get to a goal of 100,000. Our original goal was 50,000. We've eclipsed that. We're over 75,000 points at the time of recording this. We're now trying for 100,000. So if you can make your donations, please do so. And thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Give a Mile appreciates it. You're helping people who may not be able to afford travel to visit loved ones who may be towards the end of life, that opportunity to go visit them. Next up, also continuing kind of on the whole Air Canada Aeroplan thing, is there's some clarifications on Air Canada's new basic fare rules that we talked about in last week's video. This is for the co-brand credit card holders. We said we'd reach out to them and find out, but there's actually an FAQ now that also talks about it. So basically, who gets what? So if you are a core credit card holder, so this is the Aeroplan Visa Infinite cards from TD or CIBC, or the American Express Aeroplan card, and have no elite status, your first check bag free benefit will apply either to your carry-on bag or to the first check bag, but not to both. So you're gonna have to pay for one or the other if you have both and you're flying on those basic fares where you're gonna have to pay and check your carry-on baggage, because it basically becomes a checked bag. Now, if you have one of those core credit cards but have elite status, you're gonna receive your free carry-on item and you'll get your first check bag free for having the credit card. Now, if you're a premium credit card holder, so that here at Rewards Canada we call ultra premium credit cards, that's your American Express Aeroplan Reserve and your Visa Infinite Privilege cards from TD and CIBC, you'll get a free carry-on and your first check bag for free regardless of your status with Air Canada. So quick follow-up there on that. Next up, we have Triangle Rewards. They're looking to expand beyond kind of their stores and Petro-Canada. They put out a news release this week as part of their whole kind of strategic review and financial services review. For one thing, they're keeping Canadian Tire Financial Services under their umbrella. It sounds like they may have been looking at maybe divesting it, but they're going to keep it. But they also want to grow the Triangle Rewards program beyond their branded stores and their Petro-Canada partnership. So this is great news for program members if they can bring some good partners on, especially for credit card holders, because that gives you more redemption options for what you're earning on your credit card everyday spending. But the question is, who can they partner with that's going to be of significance, like for the majority of the card holders, the majority of Canadians? They have the Petro-Canada partnership, which is great. But you think about grocery stores, most of them are already lined up with other companies or they have their own programs. A lot of these other retailers have their own loyalty programs. A lot of them used to be part of coalition programs, like what Triangle is trying to do here. Like they've left Air Miles, they've left more rewards, they've left all these different programs to launch their own programs. So the question that has to be asked is, who can they partner with that's going to be of significance? If you have any thoughts who they might be partnering with or who you'd like to see them partner with, leave us a comment below. I mean, right off the top of my head, the ones that come to mind in terms of kind of the target market for Triangle Rewards members might be somebody like the Brick or Leon's, but who knows if they even have the margins to join a loyalty program. All right, so now we're going to jump into loyalty rewards. And Hilton has revealed their next system-wide global bonus points promotion for the first few months of 2025. So right now, Hilton Honors members can already register for this offer. They can book their stays and you'll earn 2 times Hilton Honors points on all stays from January 1st through to April 30th, 2025. So this means you're going to earn 20 points per US dollar spent on all your stays because the base earn rate is 10 points per US dollar spent. So of course, if you're staying in Canada, they convert it to US dollars and that's what your points are based on. Of course, you'll earn more points if you have elite status with Hilton Honors, say something like gold. If you get the gold that's free from the platinum card from American Express, you're gonna get 80% bonus points, but now that's only 80% bonus on the base earn rate. So that's 10 points per dollar plus the 80%, so it's gonna be 18 points per dollar, but you're gonna earn the double points on the 10. So you're gonna end up earning 28 points per dollar spent if you have that gold status with Hilton Honors. So of course, like I said, you can register and book your stays already. So a lot of people do book ahead of time, so you can do so now. Like many of the offers and partners here on Rewards Canada, we are partnered with Hilton, so it's greatly appreciated for those of you who do book your hotel stays using Rewards Canada's links. You're booking direct with Hilton, so you will earn all your points. You'll earn your elite status qualification, you name it, you'll get your elite benefits. If you are just registering right now but not booking any stays, if you do remember, come back to the Rewards Canada site and click on any Hilton link before you book, and we will earn the commissions on that stay because they don't pay commissions on registrations. It has to be an actual completed hotel stay. So thank you very much in advance for any of you who do book your Hilton stays through Rewards Canada. And that bonus brings us into a new feature that I'm going to feature in This Week in Rewards, and this is the first week we're going to do that, and that's called the Bonus Blast. So this will be a quick look at some of the best bonus offers that we've posted to the Rewards Canada website over the past week for Canadians that perhaps don't need a more detailed explanation, say like the Hilton offer that I just talked about, but are significant enough that they're worthy of a mention because we are posting dozens of offers to the website every week. It's just too much to cover. I mean, that's what the bonus bulletin newsletter is for every Saturday, because you get that roundup of all the bonuses. But anyways, let's get into this bonus blast. The first bonus we'll look at, Air Miles. With Air Miles shops, so collectors can earn 150 bonus Air Miles when they spend $100 or more in a single transaction with Air Miles shops partners until December 17th, 2024. Japan Airlines is next up.
Morning, Japan Airlines.
So JAL Mileage Bank members can earn 8,000 bonus Mileage Bank miles when you redeem miles for an upgrade from economy class to business class on their Vancouver to Tokyo flights, or vice versa, or even some flights out of the US like Boston, Chicago, Los Angeles. The US flights are only available till December 31st, but the Canadian Vancouver flights, these are available till December 31st and also from January 15th to March 12th, 2025. So if you may be sitting on some miles to upgrade your flight from economy to business class, to Tokyo, if you do so during these periods, you're automatically going to earn 8,000 bonus Mileage Bank miles. All right, next up are some free miles. 500 free miles from Alaska Airlines Mileage Plan. So this past week saw Alaska Airlines announce some exciting news, like they're going to launch flights from Seattle to Tokyo using Hawaiian Airlines planes as part of their partnership. They're launching a premium credit card in the US. So for most Canadians who aren't playing the US credit card game, that really doesn't matter to us, but they are giving away 500 free miles for joining the waitlist for that credit card. And there's nothing in the terms and conditions that says that Canadians can't join that waitlist. So you can join the waitlist, just put in your name, your Alaska Airlines mileage plan number, your email address, and we should hopefully get the 500 free miles. They say it's going to come within 4 weeks of registering, so we should know towards the end of this month. This offer is available till December 31st. It literally takes less than a minute to do, so I would recommend doing it, and hopefully we'll all score 500 free miles for doing so. Next up, we have the Club Avolta status match. So this is an elite status match for a duty-free program. So if you recall, about a year ago, Red by Dufree was a program that was offering a status match. Red by Dufree is now this Club Avolta. They've relaunched this status match. So if you're like an elite member in Air Canada Aeroplan, WestJet Rewards, a bunch of hotel programs, you can request a free status match to Platinum in this program. It basically gets you discounts on duty free and discounts on dining at a bunch of airports around the world. And now the last bonus in the bonus blast is Best Western Rewards. They're offering 2,000 bonus points when you make a pay with points redemption. So this is when you're doing partial points in cash redemption. So at any Best Western branded hotel in Canada, the US, or Caribbean, if you redeem 5,000 points or more for one of these stays, you'll get 2,000 bonus points. That's actually a pretty decent rebate on that option. It's great if you don't have enough points for a full redemption with Best Western Rewards that you can make these pay with points reservations. This offer is available till April 30th, 2025. You do have to register for this offer. And just like the Hilton offer, if you book your Best Western stays through Rewards Canada, we do earn commissions. You're helping support the channel, the website, and how we continue to bring you the best overall loyalty and credit card rewards coverage in Canada, all for free. And that's all she wrote for this week. As always, be sure to check out rewardscanada.ca on a daily basis for all the latest loyalty, travel, and credit card happenings in Canada, because there are things we do not cover in the video, and those limited time offers are only 1 day or 2 day long. They don't make it in the newsletters either, but of course, subscribe to the newsletter so you do get that roundup of everything we do, because there is so much on the website, on our socials, you name it, there's so much going on. We wrap it all up in our Friday newsletter, and then all the bonus points offers, like I previously mentioned in the bonus blast, they are covered in our bonus bulletin, which is sent out every Saturday so that you're earning more miles, more points, and more rewards. Thank you everybody for tuning in this week. Have yourselves a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.